Hello Tara, Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and now I've made 3 or 4 pairs of glasses for you already, of ones that you have sent to me. This is the first time that you have purchased a frame to get the free lenses, so thank you for bellying up to the bar and getting a Gucci, which is made by the Sapelo Group, the Gucci 2910 in the color MI2, which is the brown in the 52 eye size. So let me begin. I'm going to take everything out of the original packaging, and of course it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to protect the temples from rubbing together while it is being shipped from Italy. Hopefully my camera is good enough to pick that up. All Gucci's are made in Italy. Now I'm going to put you're going to get all the manufacturer's original package, including this little plastic sleeve, as well as the 2 demo lenses, one of which says Gucci on them. So let me go ahead and pop this out. How's this for a frame? You like that one? You like that one? Let me accent that up. You even got the Gucci chain on the side with that logo. So let me hurry up and begin, because you said you need these so you can go to Vegas. So let me hook you up with some Vegas glasses. I'm going to take your frame, put it into the tracing element of my edger, and hit trace. Everybody wants to know, how does the computer know what shape lens to cut? This is why that little stylus pops up. It goes around and traces the right side of the frame before doing the exact same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Gucci frame and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. Tara, you know you need prescription. Those days are gone. So let me go ahead and enter this information. Your pupillary distance is 64. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to hit this minus button and it'll drop down to 32. Now that is the shape of the lens I'll be cutting tonight, only magnified. If you can see that green outline, that is the shape. But let me go ahead and magnify it while I'm working on it. Let's come down here and get your lenses ready. Your right eye reads minus 250, minus 1 1/4 at 5. Let's turn the axis wheel to 5. We have minus 250, minus 1 1/4 at 005. I'm going to take your lens out of the protective sleeve, put it into my dusty Marco 101 lensometer. Let's turn the power drum to minus 250. Double check. Yes, 250. Rotate the lens until the sphere power comes in clearly. Find the optical center of your lens. Check your astigmatism correction. And then let's go ahead and put 3 dots on your lenses. One of them is always much better than the others. 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to mark this one R for right. Let's do the same thing for the left, which reads minus 275, minus 150 at 165, minus 275, minus 150 at 165. Let's put the power drum on minus 275. Take the lens out of the protective sleeve, pull your lens out, rotate until the spherical power comes in clearly. Find the optical center of your lens, check your astigmatism correction, and then put 3 dots on your lenses. Hey, these are showing up a little bit better. 1, 2, and 11. Now I'm going to mark this one L for not right. Now if you missed any of that, let me recap. Oh, that joke never gets old. Never, never, never. So we're going to come back down here. We're going to put your lens onto the platform. Now, this is a block, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting. This is what's going to hold it in place inside the lathe. So I need 2 double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got 2 hanging above my head. The black side is the sticky side of the sticky pads, so I'm going to stick that onto one block. Stick this one onto the other. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Now if you notice, there's a little silver button in the back. That button is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice tonight. The first time is right here into the arm of the blocker. I'm going to stick that right there. Now let's see, your pupillary distance 32, 32. The reason why I put these 3 dots on there is it tells me that it's lined up perfectly. I do not want it to get it off center, off kilter. It has to go in there just straight inside your lens for you to see the best. So let me go ahead and now this blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. If you were to measure vertically and horizontally, that's where that blue cross will end up. So your eye is just inset from there. Hopefully you can see that orange graph. And inside that orange graph, just like the crosshairs of a scope, I'm measuring vertically and horizontally. And I'm going to put your optical center right there. Those other 2 dots tells me that it's lined up, and I've got the wrong blocks. Oh gee whiz, come on now, all the humanity. I've got to use the small blocks on this one, the little red blocks. So again, I have little red stickers for these. Let's pull the paper away. Yes, these 2 have a magnet on there. Let's put those on there. Make sure everything is lined up perfectly. Hit the button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. It's going to do the same thing now for the unright lens. Pull the sticker away, and we're going to place that right there. Right there, as they say in the dirty South, the dirty D of Durham, North Carolina, of Durham, North Kakalaki. Hit the button again. The arm comes down and places the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. Tara, I recommend you go out and buy your own. Put it on your kitchen counter. Then you can cut your own lenses at home. You won't need this guy anymore. But the actual cutting wheel that's going to do all the work is over here on the far right. With that white residue on there, that's from grinding down lens materials until it's the final size. That wheel with the channel, that little valley, that's what's going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now let's go ahead and let this magnet do its job a second time. It's going to hold it in place into the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I don't know the machine well enough to call it chuck. I'm going to wake up the computer. Hey computer, that is the shape of your lens. Now these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high index plastic or Trivex, I would select those materials, but I'm going to stay on polycarbonate. That is my material of choice. I do not want to polish the edges of your lenses. I do not want to put a bevel on the front surface of the lens. I only want to put a bevel on the rear back surface, concave surface of the lens. I'm going to hit that green arrow, which is start in every language. The door closes, the clamp shuts. And then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. It's going around. You can see it tracing the shape of the frame as it goes to make sure the lens is large enough. And then the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel. Now in just a moment you will see the lens drop down on the cutting wheel. And of course, if you see any light flickering in the background, that is water. It's there to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. But polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high index plastic, and Trivex cut wet. Now for the last 20 seconds of this cutting cycle, you will see water sprayed onto the lens, but it's only to wash away any optical debris. And your lens is cutting. Now your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. Yes, 40% thinner and lighter. They're also unbreakable. Your lenses are bulletproof up to .22 caliber and have both UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes. Unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun, this is permanent and will never need to be reapplied. Now the other nice thing about your lenses is they are aspheric. Aspheric simply means not spherical. A spherical lens is completely round in every direction. It gives you that ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance when people look at you. So not only are they thinner and lighter, unbreakable and bulletproof, but this front curvature is much flatter to fit into today's flatter curvature frames. So when you buy glasses from people online, they charge you for your prescription, which is no bueno, whatever that means. And if you want to upgrade to the thinner, lighter weight, unbreakable polycarbonate lenses, they charge you an upgrade fee for that, which is no good. And then, which is MAL, how about that? That's MAL. And if you want the aspheric lenses, they charge you a third fee for that. So this is someone else's top tier premium lens that you get for free simply by buying the frame from me. That's how I make premium the new standard. Now, if you notice your lens is still completely flat, just like a nickel, if I were to take it out now, it would stand up on the counter. And before long, it will get that V-shaped bevel cut into the edge of the lens. It'll be like a knife-like edge. A very dull knife like me, but a knife-like edge nonetheless. Now your lens will be so sharp that you'll be able to cut through a piece of wet tissue, providing that you soak the tissue in water overnight and then press down really hard with your lens. You might be able to cut through it. Now you're getting the frame, which is the MI 2, which is the brown. This frame also comes in the black and gold. This is color code 65Z. They also have what's called the light gold and ice, which is my favorite color, which is C6C. It's almost like a platinum front with the cream temples. And then it also comes in color MI0 or MIO, which is the burgundy with burgundy and red, which is actually one of my best-selling colors. Women really love this color. I've done that one a few times. I just like this because it's different, and like me, I'm just different. Now, all Gucci's come with the Gucci bag that has the Gucci chain logo on there, of which your frame has right there on the inside next to what they call the kissing G's. But you also get, let me move that out of the way for now. This is your case. Let me get all the original manufacturer's packaging. Your Gucci cleaning cloth, your Gucci card of authenticity, which has the crisscross Gucci chains on there as well. Your card that, whoa, I'm about to drop something. You see me catch that? I got like CIA quick reflexes on there, I'm telling on myself. But this is your Gucci card if you want to register your authentic product with Gucci. Doesn't that sound like baby talk? Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. And then of course your Italian leather Gucci case with, again, the Gucci chain logo with the kissing G's. Now it stores flat so you can carry it in a clutch purse or in your pocket, and then when you want to use it, it unsnaps, it unfolds. Open it up, and then you can put your glasses in it. Where is it? Where is it? And so when you want to store them for protection, they will go in here. You can put them in your purse, and this is a good hard case, nothing will happen. And then when you're wearing them, just fold the sides down, pop that in there. When they come up with smell-o-vision, that's going to be great because this just smells incredible. That is the Italian leather. I don't have to tell you about Gucci and the Italian leather, but it's nice, very nice. So water is spraying onto the lens. That little spinning wheel, that lever has come out. At the end of that lever is a little spinning wheel that's putting the safety bevel onto the rear surface, the concave surface of your lens. So should any of it protrude out of the back of the frame and come into contact with the cheek, it will be smooth. Now in just a moment, I will open this door with my mind. You like that? I can do other things with my mind. I can melt ice with my mind. I just have to stare at it for a couple hours, but then I can melt it. Yeah, I know. I got another week left on that joke too. Okay, so I'm gonna use my thumbnail to wipe away any optical debris. Which frame is yours? Last call. What color do you want to put it in? Last call. Okay, the brown. So I have to use my little tiny Phillips head screwdriver. Let's go lefty-loosey and turn the frame that way so if the screw does not pop out. Hang on, I see a little bit more optical debris. Okay, there we go. Let's tuck the lens in at the outside corner, push down at the nose, put my thumb over that, tighten the screw. Now every optician will tell you this is a good way to stab yourself in the finger. So I'm going to place your frame down on this little moleskin to protect the top side finish of the frame, and go righty-tighty and tighten that up. So now we can go ahead and start cutting the left lens. I'm going to flip that over to L, put that into the chuck, hit the green arrow begin button. Just like before, the door closes, the clamp shuts, and then the lens is going to be traced by 2 white styluses to make sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame. You can see, follow my finger as it's going around to trace. And then, as always, measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. And look at that, no edge thickness whatsoever. And of course, should you have any, the arm's going to block that side view. So that's why everyone gets the thinner, lighter weight lenses without asking for it, without paying for it. I'm going to pop this block off. It is no longer needed. I'm going to pull that sticker off. Go ahead and dry your lens off a little bit more, and I'm going to keep that red dot on there. So I'm going to come down here and read your prescription off of that red dot. Let's put it in over the red dot special. Close that down. Now I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 005. Where you at, 5? Yo, there's my 5s. All right, let's go ahead and check the prescription, and I am getting minus 250, which is exactly halfway between 2 and 3. Now, your prescription reads minus 250 minus 1 1/4 at 005. The 250 is your spherical power. You need 10 steps of minification. That's why there is a minus sign. You are farsighted. I'm sorry, excuse me, you're nearsighted. Without your glasses off, you can see up close great, but you need farsighted correction to see far away. So you need 10 steps of correction. The powers start at 0, which we call in the business called Plano. Everyone else in the Texas calls that a city. It goes up from there, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1 1/4, 150, 175, 2, 2 1/4, 250. Do I sound like an auctioneer? So you need 10 steps of correction. Without your glasses on, everything is much too large in real life. So this will shrink down, minify to the correct size. Once it's the correct size, you need another 5 steps of astigmatism correction. Astigmatism is what makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob. It makes everything nice and crisp. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 5. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. So it starts at 0. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to about 5. So we're going to check your astigmatism correction now. And when I get that, I am getting minus, where's my flashlight? Minus 375. How did I get there? 1 tick mark away from 4. How did I get there? Remember high school algebra where you add 2 like signs together? Yeah, don't worry, I've forgotten high school algebra too. Let's use today's terms. So you loan somebody $2.50 and then they borrowed another $1.25. They would owe you $3.75. That's what we've got, $3.75 in the red. Now, your left eye needs 1 step more of correction. They're going to need actually 11 steps. And another 1 additional step of astigmatism correction. So we're going to end up, let's see, 275, 375, 4 1/4, 4 and the deuce 5. And we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 165 for your left eye. Now, this last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. These first 2 numbers are real values to be concerned with. That tells us the real values. This just tells me where to set them at. Now, the Gucci 2910 comes in 2 sizes, a 52 and a 54. The frame and lenses sell for $2.99. Transitions and anti-glare are available for anyone who are watching. Transition adds $50, anti-glare adds $40. But she's just going with the free lens combo. And I can't blame you. You've already gotten 5 pair of lenses from me. I think this is the first one I've ever filmed for you though. So it's almost down to its final size. And this machine has so many checks and balance built into it. It's now going to double check itself even after cutting where to place the bevel, even though it's already done that. It's going to double check just in case any modifications happened while it is cutting. Before and after. This machine is so nice. It is the Essilor Nexia. I recommend everyone drop $40,000 and go and get one. So again, if you notice your lens is flat along the edges, now it's going onto the bevel groove. And it's going to get the V-shaped bevel, the knife-like bevel that will go in there. Okay, so water has begun spraying on the lens, which tells me it's in the last 20 seconds of the cutting cycle. It's there to wash away any optical debris, what we call swarf. May the swarf be with you, except it won't be with you, it's going to get washed off. So now that arm is coming out that lever, at the end of that lever is that spinning wheel. Now your prescription is roughly average, Tara. I cut very high prescriptions all day long, and this comes more into play to smooth out the back surface of the lens. Should any of it come out of the back side of the frame, of course it doesn't on yours, but again on some people it's more critical. I'll tell you what, Tara, I know it's short notice, but why don't you open this door for me right now? Look at that, look at that. First day on the job and you're working great. Alright. I'm going to use my thumbnail, go around and look at that. Wipe off that swarf that the water didn't miss. You see that right there? I like to drop it on the floor and remind everyone, especially kids, I went to school for years to learn how to make a mess and drop stuff on the floor. If you want to grow up and make a mess, kids, you gotta stay in school. So I'm going to use that, my lefty loosey Phillips head screwdriver, I'm going to tuck the lens in at the outside corner, tuck it down at the nose, do a little righty-tighty. Go ahead and take that block off, pull the sticker off, wipe off that excess moisture. Now we're going to measure right above that red dot. Come back down here, we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 165. Put it in over that red dot, and let's read the power. And I'm getting minus 275, one tick mark away from 3. Let's check your astigmatism correction. When you add 275 and 150, we're going to end up with $4.25. What do you know? $4.25, which is exactly how much this frame cost. No, wait, $299. Is that close to $4.25? I can't remember. I didn't know there was going to be so much math involved. Now, you would think that 5 and 165 are very far apart from each other. They're actually not. When you think of a straight line as 180, 5 is just 5 degrees above the 180. 165 is 15 degrees away from the 180. So they're very close to that 180 meridian, even though they're on opposite sides from it. So, your pupillary distance is 64. I'm going to turn the card around. I'm going to take my PD stick, place it against my thumb on the right lens. And then when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 64 millimeters. So that is made perfectly. Now, of course, this is a point in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mention that when you get these in the mail, Tara, and of course free shipping anywhere in the US, but when you get these in the mail, there is a small chance that these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And I'm part of that 80%. I'm no exception. I'll show you in just a moment. But I'm going to get these in standard alignment first, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Let me take mine off and show you that when I take mine off and set them on the counter, mine wobble, but they sit level on me. But that's because I have one ear that is lower than the other two. And for those of you keeping score at home, I'm wearing the Gucci 2248 in color 4VD, because I remind you, if you're not 4VD, you're against it. And I don't want no haters out there. So let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Alright, so let's go ahead and flip these over and press down. There is no wobble. Let's close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, and none of the temples are askew like that. I'm going to check the tension on each spring hinge. That looks good. Now, oh, I almost forgot. You're going to get one of my premium microfiber cleaning cloths, and I field test every one to make sure it works, because I don't want to send you a defective one. But that's what I do. I just use a swirling motion to clean the lenses. This is all you'll ever have to use. Of course, I do include instructions on how to care for not only your Gucci glasses and your prescription lenses, but for your Gucci case and your Gucci cleaning cloth, so they will last you for years along with mine. No other seller on the internet is doing that, I am told. I also include a photo request to have your picture on the website, and I would love to have your picture on the website. Where's my flashlight? You know, I got a smaller one, I just can't find it. So that's it. If anyone has any questions about what I can or can't do, just simply contact me on the website or email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Tara, I hope you enjoyed watching as I cut prescription lenses for your Gucci 2910 color MI2, which is the brown. And you're going to be rocking these when you go to Vegas. In fact, send me a selfie for when you're in Vegas, all right? That's the one I'll put on the website. And hopefully everyone else has got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.